Can you guess the topic? So you see varieties of the colors of beans, right? So what do you understand by looking at this picture? So we'll discuss about biomedical waste management. Okay, these are nothing but the color coded beans which are available in hospital. Okay, so this is biomedical waste management. So what are biomedical waste? Okay, so any waste which are generated from the hospital, they are known as the biomedical waste. Okay, any waste, it may be either infectious or non-infectious. Okay, during which are generated during diagnosis, the testing, treatment, research, production, or biological product of humans and animals. All right, so these are the biomedical waste. Okay, the World Health Organization states that 85% of the hospital waste are actually non-hazardous, whereas 10% are infectious and 5% are non-infectious, but they are included in hazardous waste. Okay, so why do we need this biomedical waste management? What do you think the reason may be? Okay, so injuries from the staff, it leads to the hospital infection to all the categories of hospital personnel and waste handler. Okay, if you do not keep this if you do not do this biomedical waste management, all this serve injury will lead to the infection. Okay, injuries and infection. And then nosocomial infection, as you all know, this is a hospital acquired infections, and then it will be very common. Okay, it is very common, and then it will be persisting in patient from the poor infection control. If you do not practice this, there will lead to the nosocomial infections. Okay, and then the risk of infection outside the hospital for the waste handlers and scavenger. Okay, disposable of all these things, they will be repacked and sold by unscrupulous element. Okay, even without being washed. Okay, risks of air, water, and soil pollution. All right, so what are the types of biomedical waste? Okay, in hospital we have 10 category. Okay, there are 10 category of waste. So we have category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in your exam, it might come, question might come. Okay, so what are the 10, how many category of waste are there in biomedical waste? Your answer is 10 category. Okay, so category number 1 is your human anatomical waste. Okay, it may be a part of your development organs. Okay, any parts, any organs, any tissues. Okay, and then second is your animal waste. Okay, any maybe due to any research. Okay, any from the lab. Category number 3 is your microbiology and biotechnology waste. Okay, and then all these lab works, blood products, and then all these things. And category number 4 is your serve. Okay, it may be it's your needle, your cannula, your serve thing. Okay, and any your scalpel, your bloods. And category number 5 is your discarded medicine inside of the expired medicine, and the discarded medicine will be, it belongs to category number 5. Okay, so category number 6 is your soil waste. All the things which are contaminated with the blood, body fluid like cotton, dressing, linen, beddings, it comes under category number 6. Category number 7 is your infectious solid waste. Okay, other than your surf like tubing. Okay, hand gloves, your saline bottles, IV sets, all this belongs to category number 7. Category 8 is your liquid waste, which are incinerated from your lab, or it may be from the housekeeping department. And category number 9 is your incineration S. Okay, and then category number 10 is your chemical waste, the one which is producing from your lab. Okay, so there are 10 category of waste. Okay, so as I told you, there are 4 bins. Okay, especially there are 4 bins in hospital where the
Ma'am,
has to
ma'am,
be, yeah, go on.
ma'am, can I be little slow, ma'am?
Okay, sure. Um, so biomedical waste is nothing but the waste which are generated from hospital. You know, right? When you go to hospital, when you visit a hospital, you will see these, especially 4 kinds of the bins. They will be there everywhere, in emergency, in ward, ICU, OT, operation theater, everywhere. Okay, you will see these bins. So what is the purpose of these bins? Is you have to throw the waste accordingly. So when you have something like, suppose if you have some cotton in your hand, you cannot just throw in the red bin, you cannot just throw in the white bin, you cannot just throw in the blue bin. These, we have to follow some protocols in hospital. Because why do we need this? Because if we don't follow this protocol, we'll have a high chance of infection to the patient. Okay, will lead to the injury, so many injury to the, especially to the handler. Okay, and then there is high risks of soil pollution, air pollution, and water pollution if we do not segregate. Okay, if you do not segregate the waste properly. That is why we follow this biomedical waste management. Okay, so there are 10 category of biomedical waste. Okay, there are 10 type of waste that hospital produce. According to the World Health, they said 85% are non-infectious. Okay, 10% are infectious according to the World Health Organization. So let's see. Okay, so there are 4 bins: yellow bins, red bins, black, white, and then blue bins. Okay, there are 5. Especially black is meant for the general waste. Okay, your like papers, your food waste. Okay, so let's see the yellow bins. Okay, so if you you have to throw some specific kinds of thing in these yellow bins. Okay, the things are your human and anatomical waste. Okay, suppose if you do any dressing, if you have any debridement of human tissue or any human anatomical waste. Okay, any part of your body being taken out from surgery or maybe during dressing debridement, any soil waste, any expired medicine, any chemical waste, even your body fluid, even your clinical waste, they all will be discarded in these yellow bins. Okay, so yellow bin is meant for human and anatomical waste, expired medicine, soiled waste. Okay, soil is meaning contaminated one. Okay, your chemical waste, your body fluid, you will go to the yellow bin. Okay, so coming to the red bin, the red bin are those recyclable, especially your paper, your plastic one. Okay, all your plastic bags, your IV saline bottles, your catheter pipes, container. Okay, they will all go to the red bin. So even your syringes, okay, the one you use, syringe will go to the red bin, but the needle of the syringe will be cut in the needle cutter. It will be put in the white bin, but the syringe will go to the red bin. Okay, so yellow is meant for human and anatomical waste, soil waste as an expired medicine. The red is meant for plastic. Okay, especially your IV bottle, IV saline. Okay, container, even your catheters, even your syringes. Okay, even your gloves, your hand gloves. Okay, hand gloves are going to come in this red bin. So coming to the white, all the sharp waste will go to the white one. Even your scalpel, your blades, your needles. All right, even your sharp metal, all the sharp things will go to this white bin. The white bin, they are also known as a punctured proof container. Punctured proof container, I'm repeating. Okay, so the blue bin, finally go, the blue bin is meant for the broken glasses. So if you give any antibiotic from a bile, if you give any painkiller from a bile, okay, any kind of injection that you took out from a bile, you are going to throw in this blue bin. Okay, especially they are meant for the broken glassware, cytotoxic expired waste. Okay, any metabolic body implant. Okay, and then any contaminated glass slides. Okay, if you do some kind of laboratory pathology test, no, so you will put some kind of blood, all these things in a glass slides. So you are going to throw this in all this kind broken glassware in these blue bins. Okay, there is another bin, another the black bins. These are meant for your general waste, the which are like your paper. Okay, your general waste, paper, maybe your food substances, and even your any plastic coverings, all these things. Okay, they will go to the black bins. Did you understand? So there are 4 bins especially. Okay, yellow, red, blue, and white. Yellow is meant for human and anatomical waste. Okay, even your cotton, your dressing, your diaper. Okay, everything will go to the yellow. And red, okay, plastic bags like your rice tube, your catheter, IV set. Okay, and then IV sets, IV bottles, they will, even syringes will go to the red bin. The white is meant for only serve. Okay, your scalpel, blades, needles. And the blue is meant for glassware like your broken glass, your ample biles, cytotoxic drugs. Okay, and even your metallic body implants. Suppose if the patient comes to hospital with the removals of this pacemaker, so this the metallic body implant will be thrown in these blue bins. Is it understandable, or am I still going too fast?
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, so now like I explained, this is just a diagram again. Okay, this is according to the rules of 2018 biomedical waste management. We have been following this from the past 90s. If we do not follow this, like there will be like no proper segregation, and then the handler, the scavenger will be full of injury, and then there will be so much of infection going on. Especially we'll have air pollution, soil pollution, and water pollution. So we have been following this from the past 90s. Okay, many years. Even so, this is the latest one. Okay, according to the rule book of 2018 biomedical waste management color coding instructions for segregation at a point of generation. Okay, think before you throw. So yellow, blue, white, and red. Yellow is meant for human and anatomical waste, like I told you, tissue, body organs, and maybe your placenta, maybe your fetus, okay, any residual or blood components. All right. So any expired medicine, your cytotoxic drugs like discarded medicine, okay, with ampules, bile, it will be in yellow. Chemical liquid like your disinfectant, silver, X-ray liquid, formalin solution, expired body fluid, washing solution, all this will come to the yellow bag. Solid waste like your dressing pads, your bandage roll, okay, gauze piece, cotton swabs, all will go to the yellow. Blue is meant for infected broken glasses, okay, broken glasses or biles or ampoules, okay, all the glassing will go to the blue cot, especially, and even your metallic implants also. White punctured proof is meant for only sharp, your scalpel, razor blade, suture needles, okay, nails, all these things will go to the white punctured proof. And the red is meant for plastic, okay, IV bottle, IV tube, okay, urinary catheter, suction catheter, Ryle's tube, globes, okay, and then even all kinds of dropper, and then IV cannula, and then a urine bag, your rubber catheter, extension tube, all kinds of plastic thing will go to the red one. Did you understand? Okay, now coming to the transportation, okay, all the waste things the hospital they will pick up, okay, there will be handler, there will be some one who works on this, they are going to take up all the bins and they are going to transport it to the facility where they will do all this segregation, and then they will do all this screening. Okay, so coming to the transportation, untreated biomedical waste shall be transported only in specially designed vehicle. Okay, it should be transported only in specially designed vehicle. Okay, the waste should be transported for treatment either in trolleys or in covered wheelbarrows. So manual loading should be avoided as far as possible because there are so many waste there, starve, even there are broken glasses. So manual loading should be avoided as far as possible. The bags, okay, the container containing biomedical waste should be tied. Okay, it should be tied properly before transportation. Okay, before transporting the bag containing biomedical waste, it should be accompanied with a signed document. Okay, or either from a doctor, nurses, it should mention about how much is the waste. Okay, so that the shift, and then who is the responsible person. Okay, so there are, I told you, this is a special vehicle must be used to prevent access to the and direct contact. The waste should be transported to operators, the scavengers, and the public. Okay, it should be a special one where it should not be accessible by the public. Okay, so it should be accessible only by the operators and by the scavengers. The transport content should be properly enclosed, all right, and it should not be possible to wash the interior. Okay, like the vehicle should be where it should be possible. The interior should be washed properly, thoroughly. All right. So if I am the one to pick up this biomedical waste, if you are the one who pick up this biomedical waste, so what are the things that you are going to do? So we should think about those one who come and pick, because they are at the great risks of getting any kind of infection, any kind of injury, even maybe from the surf, even from the needles, even from the broken glasses. Okay, there is a high chance of getting any kind of infection, so we should think about them. So what are the things that we can do for them? So first thing, personal safety devices. Okay, we are going to give them gloves. Anyway, they have to handle this with a proper gloves. Okay, the gloves should be heavy duty rubber gloves, not the sterile glove, not the latex one that you see in most of the hospital in sterile procedure. It should be heavy duty rubber gloves. It should be yellow, bright in color. Okay, after handling the waste, the gloves should be washed twice. All right, and then we should give apron, gown, and other apparels. A mask is a must, and then a boot is a must. All right, so the transporter are going to wear these personal safety devices. They are going to transport these, they are going to load this biomedical waste, and they are going to take up to the facility. In Assam also, there is one center in Paini Khedi, okay, where they do all this incineration, autoclaving. Okay, most of the incineration, most of the biomedical waste management are being treated in this Paini Khedi factory. Okay, so once they reach to the facility, they are going to do autoclaving. They are going to do this microwave radiation. Okay, so autoclaving, I don't need to mention and teach you about this, because we have already discussed in infection control also. We have microwave, they will do this microwave radiation. Okay, they will do this chemical methods of cleaning, they will do this plasma pyrolysis. All right, so these are the things that you should know. Okay, being a medical profession, you should know, you should have a basic idea about this biomedical waste management. Okay, so most of the question I so will come either for 2 marks and either for 4 marks. They are going to come from this biomedical waste management. Okay. So just a reminder, how many category of the waste are there in biomedical waste? All of you. Just a reminder. Just there are 10 category of the waste. Okay. There are 4 types of color coding: blue, red, yellow, and white. So blue is meant for, now you answer me, what is blue meant for? So what kind of waste are you going to throw in blue bin? If you understand, actually you will answer me. So in blue, what are the
Medicine bulk, ma'am. Broken glasses.
In
Glasses, ma'am.
Glasses, yeah, very good. Glasses,
Medicine.
okay. Okay, all the cytotoxic drugs, ampoules, okay. And then in red, what are the things that you are going to throw?
Catheters, plastic bags, ma'am.
Yeah, and even your gloves, okay. Okay, and then yeah, in yellow, what are the things that you are going to throw?
Anatomical waste.
Yes, human anatomical waste, body parts, and even your cotton, your dressing, your diapers, all the soil, linen, bedding you are going to throw in the. And then white is meant for, your white bin is meant for surf, blades, okay, and needles. Okay, very good. Okay, I think you have understood at least few points about biomedical waste management. So conclusion, coming to the conclusion, biomedical waste will be classified according to their source, types, and risk factors associated with their handling, storage, and ultimate disposal. Okay, the segregation is nothing but the separation of the waste at the source is the key step in reduction. So that is why we start this separation even from the hospital, even from the ward, even from the ICU, even from the OT. Every kind of the every ward, every ICU, every OT, even in emergency, we are going to follow this because this is the key step. Okay, in reduction, reuse, and recycling. Okay, so scientifically managed growing quantities of the biomedical waste that go beyond past practices. Okay, proper disposal of the waste is very important. If we want to protect our environment and health of the community, we must sensitize ourselves to this important issue, not only in the interest of the health manager but also in the interest of the community. All right. So now, any doubt, any questions, any queries from your side? So with this, I have done my topic. Okay, biomedical waste management is done. I want all of you to attend this because this is an important class. Okay, so at least if I give you some idea in your exam time, you might get some idea even without reading also. That is why the main intention of my class is to give you some basic idea about this. So if you don't have any queries, I will end this meeting. If you have any queries before I end, just let me know.
Ma'am.
Yeah, go on.
Why this waste are categorized? Why this biomedical waste are categorized?
Why categorize? Now I will give you example. Like if you put these needles, if you put glass, if you put plastic, IV sets, everything in one bag, how are you going to separate them? It will be hard for you, right? So while picking up gloves, you will pick up you might hurt yourself with syringes, and the syringes are, you don't know whether this has been pricked to HIV patient, high CB patient, or any kind of patient. So once you prick that, you will be infected again. So it's like it will be troubling so many people. You will be not only you will be the segregators, there are so many people working on biomedical waste management. So that is why we segregate it. Okay, we put it in different bins so that it will be easy for the person to pick up, for easy loading, and it is easy to segregate. Okay, suppose why are we handling putting all this surf container in one? Because we know the handler will know, okay, this contains only surf, so we have to be careful. Okay, once they reach to the facility, they will do cleaning only. Okay, they will do like what are the measures that they can do, either cleaning with the chemicals or autoclaving or any kind of procedure just to renew it. Okay, we are not going to throw all of the things again, we are going to reuse it again. All the gloves, okay, all your IV sets, cannula, they are going to reuse it again. Okay, with the proper treating, they are going to reuse it again, repacked again, re-sterilize it again, and then we are going to take it again. This will reduce your air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution, soil pollution. Okay, like what do you think? Why are we segregating the waste? Why are we putting? Just give me some few points from your side also. What do you think? Maybe the reason. It will be easy for you not to pick up. You will be careful when while handling also. What do you say?
Yes, ma'am. Everything you said, yes, ma'am. That and point.
Okay, any more doubts?
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, anything else? Any queries? Anything else? So if you don't have any queries, let's end this meeting, okay? I will see you in the next class. I will say you my slide.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.